it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. We're doing something a little bit different today, as you can probably see from the name of this video, as well as all these little flags that I have on the lot. This is another one of those kind of random, weird builds that I felt like doing, and it's because in the live edit objects cheat, there are these golf flags, like the little holes where you hit the ball, and I thought it was so cute. And since we only have as the largest lot a 64 by 64 lot, I decided I was going to make like kind of a golf course. It's a mixture between like a legit full-on golf course and mini golf, so it's got like sort of small courses. There's nothing too complicated about them. I didn't really want like windmills you're trying to hit a ball through. I do have this one where you're kind of hitting it over the water, and then the other ones are just different shapes. And then I also, to make it a functional lot, because you can't actually golf in the game, I did make like a little country club, like bar area. It's a lounge, I think, technically. So I thought it would be fun for storytelling and just kind of fun to build. I like landscaping, and I just thought it was a little something different. And sometimes you just get inspired by the most random items. So I was glad to have these because they're actually in the background of a lot of the world in, I think it's in Willow Creek. There's a lot of golf courses in the background. I thought that was nice. So down here, I'm putting like just a small dirt area. You can park the cars, that you just park them there, walk onto the course, either go to the country club or go and hit your golf balls. I don't know actually a ton about golf, but my grandpa was super into golf when I was a kid, and my grandma still has his plaque hanging up that when he got a hole-in-one. I think it was like 2003, maybe. And I just think it's so cool. And also, I feel like it's a great thing that I am building this right now, because a month or so ago, 2 months ago in July, I was at my uncle's house for the 4th of July, and he was asking me about The Sims, about YouTube, all that kind of stuff, just kind of wanted to hear more about it. And then he goes, "Have you ever built a golf course?" And I'm like, no, we don't have golf in the game. And he just was complaining for ages about how could a game not have golf. Well, it still doesn't have golf, but to my uncle, I built you a golf course. Because since then we've unlocked these little flags, so I thought it was only fitting. Hopefully one day we'll have some more stuff like this. I think golf would be kind of cool. We already have basketball. I know in previous games we've had soccer or football, as it's called anywhere other than America. I don't think we'd ever get American football, though, because I'm not really, that would be a lot of animation work. So I'm not sure about that. Same thing with baseball, unless it was just like a machine firing the balls at you and you're hitting it with the bat. I could see that happening. I don't know. Is anyone interested in getting more sports or like after school sports or activities and stuff like that in the game? I'd be curious to find that out, to see if there's an audience for it, because I think it'd be cool to just have our Sims have more things they can do. But we're building another pond over here. I thought it would look nice, kind of separating the walkway to the country club from the different courses, and of course placing lots of rocks around. I also want to mention that the rocks you see later might not look the same as these, and same thing with some of the terrain paint, because I often have the terrain paint problem when I leave the lot and reload it. Earlier today, it just disappeared mid-building it, and I've never had that happen before. But when I did reload the lot, a lot of the rocks and trees disappeared, so I had to replace a lot of stuff. It's pretty much the same, it's just like different rocks in different places. But I just wanted to mention that because that definitely did happen. But this is pretty much the exterior. I spend forever on the landscaping. I do go back, I add more trees, I add more grass, I add more terrain paint, and it takes a long time, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It's one of those builds that I just kind of got lost in. That happens sometimes where you're like, ooh, this sounds fun, and then next thing you know, like you've been sitting there forever, like drawing out a golf course, and you're like, oh, that's how my night went. I mean, it was really fun, obviously. I wouldn't have got lost in it if it wasn't fun, but it's just kind of funny how those things go, especially because this isn't really a functional lot other than the bar that we're building over here, which is just a small little, I just wanted it to look kind of like a house, something very, I don't know the word for it, but I guess quaint, like a small little place over here in the countryside of Windenburg. I didn't want it to be like in your face at all, and I really wanted that round room like that because the country club that was on the golf course that my grandpa went to growing up was that shape. So immediately that's what I think of when I think of country clubs. So that is definitely why I did that. And we're just fixing up this pathway here. I fixed it so many times because it just wasn't looking right. And I didn't know how to make it fit how I wanted it to. Because I wanted it to look like a lot of people were walking up and down there. So naturally it would be more of a dirt area versus the rest of the course, which is grass. I mean, lots of people are walking there too. But a lot of effort is being put into maintaining those areas because it's a business. It's profitable to have people golfing there. So that was the thought process there. But here we are working on the country club. I do have a bathroom in here that has 3 stalls, as well as seating outside and inside, plus a bar and an entertainment area. We have a karaoke bar, piano, microphone, guitar. Like, you can go up there and perform or just play karaoke. Like, this could be a nice place for karaoke nights, I think, or days, I guess, if you're going golfing first, which I just wish it was a functional thing in the game. But also, you could take a lot of pretty pictures here, maybe like wedding photos. You could probably pop a wedding arch under one of the trees. I put an archway under one of the trees, but it's not a wedding arch because I thought it looked out of the place because I really like the dark woods I was using everywhere. And all the wedding arches come in like light woods or white. So didn't do that, but I definitely thought about it, and I think that would be really cute to have like some weddings and stuff here. I know a lot of people do that, and then this is kind of a small area to have a wedding reception. I feel like this is more just like a hangout spot, which hopefully that's what you guys would use it for. I hope you guys like this too, and if you would like to download it, you can grab it off of the Sims 4 gallery. If you search Gryphi, which is my origin ID, or the hashtag MsGryphi, I always make sure to put that in my descriptions as well to make them a little bit easier to find. But here we are messing with the floor. I think I went with this really interesting marble one because it felt a little outdated but also fancy, and that's kind of the vibe I wanted to go for in this country club, so that's what I went ahead and did. But back onto the wedding theme. I think I want to build a wedding venue of some sort. I have a couple of ideas, but if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see for a wedding venue, please let me know and I will take that into consideration. And I'd love to do that because I feel like there's not a whole lot of really nice places to get married. There's a couple that are built into the game, and other than that, I feel like I have a lot of backyard weddings and like plopping down a wedding arch at a park or something. But having some legit wedding venues I think would be really, really nice. So let me know what kind of wedding venues you guys would like to see. Also, I'm so curious because, see, did you see the terrain paint disappear just there? It happened on screen. I didn't actually see it happen when I was doing it, but seeing the recording now, it just plopped. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, leader today at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Time is Maxis Monthly, where they're going to be showing off some sort of new content that we're getting for the 5th anniversary of The Sims 4, which was yesterday. So I'm excited to see what that is. You might have already seen it by now, or maybe not, but at the time of recording this, it's a couple hours from now, and I am so excited. I'm not expecting too much, but you never know. They could always surprise us. The 5th anniversary is a big deal. Regardless, I'm sure I'll talk about whatever it was at some point in a video this week. But I'm excited about that. It's kind of crazy that The Sims 4 has been around for 5 years, and I actually did a celebration video on the 2nd, which at the time of recording this was yesterday. If you guys would like to check that out, I can try to remember to link that down below, where I took my very first Sims 4 speed build from 2015 and I renovated it. And yeah, it needed a lot of help. I think I've gotten a lot better at building, plus there's a lot more in the game now, including lights. They didn't even have the basic lights in the game at the time. But yeah, we're just adding some little bottles of juice. Yeah, we're gonna call it juice behind the bar here, and some decorations on these shelves. I know there are some shelves in the game that have this stuff already on it, but they're like really light up and they just weren't the style I wanted, so I just wanted it to be kind of like a small town country club with a couple of things. We got plenty of bottles of wine up here. I stacked these up. I thought it looked kind of cute. And yeah, I don't make it too complicated over here. Like I said, just want it to be simple, quaint place. And I think I achieved that, but let me know what you guys do think. It's also interesting having windows on like all of the walls in here. It's pretty, but it's not something I'm used to doing. There's not much wall space to decorate. So definitely different, but it's very much inspired by the country club by my grandparents' old house. So I definitely wanted to stick with that. And then we're having these curtains around and the blinds over here. We have this one booth over here, which I thought was nice. I really wanted to fit in a booth, and I thought this was the only place that it really fit. And I just really like it. I kind of want to build another restaurant sometime soon. It's been a while since I've done one of those. I've gotten a lot of requests and suggestions to do restaurants. I just haven't felt super inspired by the idea of a restaurant recently, but I'm going to brainstorm some ideas and see what I can come up with. But I do know, like, next week is all going to be Realm of Magic, so it might be a little while before we get to some restaurants, unless, like, inspiration strikes tonight and I'm up all night building a restaurant. So we'll see. That happens more often than you would think. I get home from work and I'm like, oh my gosh, golf course. And yeah, I mean, this happened. So the likelihood of that happening again for something random is, you know, pretty likely. But it might also be another useless lot like a golf course. So no promises there. I definitely build things when I'm inspired, regardless if they're the greatest idea or not, because I'm not sure how good of an idea this was, considering we can't golf. But I made it. It exists now. So hopefully you guys like it. But we're working on the bathroom area now. It's a very simple bathroom. I wanted it just to look like a public bathroom. The simple sinks. I feel like I always use these sinks in public bathrooms because they remind me of the sinks that were in high school bathrooms. And so I'm like, that's the sink. It's the one from Parenthood. I really like that. I don't know why I'm like so excited by items like that. I'm like, that's a great sink. But I am. I like realistic stuff like that. I hope we get more things coming out soon. In the stream later. I wonder if we're getting any build and buy stuff. Probably. There's so many things I want. I don't even want to start listing them. I've talked about it so many times before. But I hope we get something cool. But I added that little music painting over by the performing area. I thought that would be nice to be like, this is where we perform, if it wasn't obvious by the instruments. But also adding these little menus on the tables. Even though it's not a restaurant, I wanted it to kind of look like you could order stuff from the bar, because you definitely can. But anyway, we're just adding the last couple of trees, and then we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.